Yeah, I think what Nathan said earlier as well, and when he had discussed that on the group as well. I think the whole context of the tweets and how they're going to be, how they're going to be read now, how they're going to be understood now. It is completely different as compared to what it really was earlier, and what perceptions vary. As he mentioned, he's talked about television shows actually mentioning people of a certain from a certain geography in the world, referring to them by certain terms, or just there are terms about him referring to people of a different faith and then people of a different color. It's also about talking about women and as well. So he's really not left him much of a scope for himself to defend himself there.
Yeah.
But when you talk about it as if you're the goddamn national cricketing board, right? And for two countries, not just one, right? Wales also is included there.
Yes.
So you're the governing body for two countries, and before you're selecting a player to represent yourself, you don't do the most basic background checks. People are, Nathan was right. It is quite sad. People are not just sitting to look at tweets or look at your past existence on social media or any other platform wherein you may have aired any views for that matter, and they're very, very happy to pin you down to those views and then kill you with them. Uh, but but if you do not put anything out in the ether, there will not be anything coming back to you. So there are both the aspects there. It's just been blown way out of proportion. Once again, in the name of justice, what will happen is Ollie Robinson will be made an example out of, and
Yeah.
the real systemic issue which is there in the game, which is not just there in England, it is not just there in any other country. It exists, on almost a playing field all across the world. We as Asian countries cannot turn a blind eye to what happened with the West Indian players in the IPL just a year back when all of the controversy around Jason Holder and others came about, Darren Sammy and everything else, what they were called and what they were addressed by the Indian players. So we do know of instances of discrimination and genuine senseless behavior on social media by these athletes, not understanding the repercussions. But again, that guy was 18. Rather than making him the face of poster boy of racism in cricket in England, it would have been much better to make him the reformed face of a former misguided youth who's overcome his nonsensical beliefs and
Well said.
actually become an international level player who took 7 wickets, was the third highest scorer for England in the first innings. And now, after that, at the age of 27, he's been dropped. If he doesn't find a spot in the Indian series, that his ashes is can rest in peace, and we don't know when will we see him next. So how long
Yeah.
do you want to punish him for? How long do you want to punish him for?